Booyah, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another audio commentary done by Phrank. This is going to be STX versus Hite, set 1, Hwasin versus Hogil. This is going to be a Terran versus Zerg on the map Destination. I love that intro. Gets me psyched every time. So, yeah, let's get into a little bit of analysis of this game we got going on here. Hwasin, an older player. Gotta love him. Hogil. Haven't been a fan of him just because every time I say his name, I think of Yogi the Bear. So I just try to avoid stuff like this, but I'm going to do the whole series, so he's just kind of in my way. Yeah, this is, as for this matchup, I think Hwasin is just a dominating player in Terran vs. Zerg. I love his Medic Marine play, and I'm hoping he does go for it. I've seen him go for other things. I've seen him go for mech. I might have seen him go for Wraiths 1 or 2 times, and it just doesn't work as well as his Medic Marine control does. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah, so hopefully, you know, that's what he goes for. He's not as impressive in his mech control as he is with his Medic Marine control. Not to mention, I'm sick of mech builds. I can't handle them anymore. I need something more aggressive, something you can get out quicker. I hate just watching Goliaths stand around the base, scratching their metallic nuts. No pun intended, and you know, just trying to scrape away at the Mutalisks, and it's just a really boring thing to watch as they sit there and build up. If I wanted to watch something like that, I would watch a Terran versus Protoss or a Terran versus Terran, something, you know, with a little bit less pizzazz to it. Okay, so here's Hwasin, by the way, at the 12 o'clock position. The map is Destination, and he is going out for some cheese. I love doing this both in StarCraft and the grocery store. It's a really good feeling. You bring cheese back, you got some bread, you make a grilled cheese sandwich, you put cheese on your pasta, or you build a barracks in the middle of the map, and that's what's going down here. It's going to be an 8 racks, so yep, there it is. And it looks like Hogil here has sent his Overlord in a scouting position looking for cheese, and he's now sending out a drone. So I think he might actually be expecting something like this, and he is actually still sending that Overlord to the top left of his base, which is exactly. Oh, there's a white guy. Hey, good for you. That was real cool. Anyways. Hopefully none of you listening are that guy, because that's kind of embarrassing. But anyways, we see here Hogil is scouting around the base with his drone. A really aggressive scouting pattern here, and he is throwing down a spawning pool. That is an overpool build. That is going to be a complete counter to this build. I highly doubt that Hwasin is going to move into some kind of mech build here. I do think that that would be a really good way to counter the counter to his aggressive 8 barracks play here, because once he knows that the Zerg player is going to have the defenses set up, he can just switch into some kind of other build, and once his barracks is out in the middle of the field, you really can't defend it, so you want to lift it, and after you lift it, you're screwed for the production of Medic Marine, so you want to produce something else. There's, what, a set of twins or something, and there's a bunker going up, and it looks like this might actually be a fake. I do think there's no, there is a Marine there. Actually, I thought the first Marine wasn't just quite there yet. The bunker has finished, however. This Marine is going to have to run around the sides of the bridges here. However, that scouting drone has come back, and it's now looking to defend against this Marine here. And the next Marine is out, and the drones are trying to get us around here, shooting all kinds of acid all over the place here. There's another Marine to reinforce here, and it looks like Hwasin is doing some really nice Marine dancing here, and he loses another Marine. A 4th Marine is now out, and the 4th Marine, along with that 3rd Marine and the 2 SCVs to create that wall, are going to be able to fend off those attacking drones, which is a sentence you don't hear that often, but that is the case here, and we're going to have to see what Hwasin's backup plan is, because there are now Zerglings out in the field destroying that bunker. Nothing got into that bunker, and this is a complete failed cheese. So, yeah, this is not looking that great for Hwasin, in all honesty. I don't think he's in that great of a position. There is a second hatchery going down for Hogil, and Yeah, now it looks like Hwasin is floating his barracks that was in the middle of the field back to his main base here, building a second barracks on his front door there just to seal off the choke, trying to get into a scouting SCV into the base here. He doesn't see a layer going up just yet. Now there is a line of Zerglings on Hwasin's front door here, trying to pick away at that building barracks and some interesting micro. Trying to pick off the, trying to do some damage to the barracks, not doing quite as much as he needed to there, but killing the SCV building the barracks. So that's kind of interesting. These two guys, I believe, are the coaches here, having a staring contest on the screens, and it looks like the Hite coach has backed down. So, anyways, yeah, this is. I'm not sure exactly what Hwasin's looking to do from this point on. It does look like Hogil is going to go set up his third expansion, and it looks like he's going to take the mineral only, just checking out the minimap there. The Academy is now going up, so Hwasin definitely is going for a Medic Marine build. This is going to be fantastic already, I can tell, because I love Hwasin's Medic Marine play, and I love Medic Marine play in general. Yeah, and the engineering bay is going down also. However, it looks like Hogil is being forced to put down a sunken colony just because of the lack of scouting. Usually the Zerg players these days, and that scouting SCV is doing a lot of extra scouting, more so than he should have done. I haven't seen yet if there is a Hydralisk den up, but the layer is going up. Now it looks like Hwasin's going to look to make a small push on the map here, sending out 5 Marines and 2 medics. Kind of a scraggle force here, but he is going to pick off this Overlord. There's no Zerglings in the area, so he's definitely going to lose an Overlord here. Hogil is kind of carelessly, I have to say. However, also carelessly coming from Hwasin is he has allowed this Zergling to get in. Like I was saying about 5 minutes ago until my ADD kicked in, well, Hwasin going to lose an SCV here, but because there was no scouting information, there was the Zerg player usually expects the Terran player to go for some kind of a vulture harass, so he did throw down a sunken colony on the front door there, and he is bunkering down quite a bit, the Zerg player. That Zergling getting a lot of scouting down here, and another Overlord could have been lost here, could have been completely picked off, but I don't think Hwasin was paying attention to the fact that there was this floating ugly mass above his base, so he definitely did not go and try to shoot that one down. So it has definitely been granted the gift of life. Now it looks like Hwasin is setting down an expansion, so he's going to have to defend here. I'm assuming that it's going to be a 2-hatch Muta build coming from there's the Spire, so it is going to be a 2-hatch Muta build. There's the first couple of Mutalisk morphing, and he's going to have to look to do some harassment here. I do think Hwasin has the kind of control to deal with this. He is setting up turrets. He has turrets going up in his natural now. The timing is going to work out so that the turrets get up quite a few seconds actually earlier than the Mutalisks are going to get there. Usually they go up exactly at the same time that the Mutalisks get there. 2 going down now in the back of the base of the main base there, the back of the mineral lines, and a lot of sunken colonies. Actually, I believe that was 3. I think that was 3 sunken colonies going down on the Natural's front door there. And this is actually putting Hogil in a pretty bad position, I have to say. Sending in a Zergling just to see what the defenses are like here, and there are only going to be 2 turrets and 4 Marines there on the Natural. However, there's going to be a line of Marines on the at the ramp. Losing 2 Marines already, so this is going to come down to if Hogil can control these Mutalisks, doing a little bit of a seizure dance there. Not sure what that was. Maybe the blinking lights on the command center were forcing these Mutalisks to have an epileptic seizure. That could be the case. I doubt it. Anyways, these Mutalisks are going around picking off turrets, picking off Marines here and there, so he's definitely looking to whittle down the forces rather than the economy of the Terran player here. However, Zerglings are being sent in here. They're going to be able to pick off these Marines. I think Hwasin is making a mistake here in not bringing out his SCVs off the line, now bringing a couple off the line to deal with these Zerglings, and it looks like Hwasin actually has the control, or rather Hogil does not have the control to take the advantage here, and Hwasin looking into the audience there. Hopefully he doesn't get a signal like Flash and Lita did in both of their games. If you haven't heard about that, definitely try to go check those out on Team Liquid. There are some forums there that are kind of interesting about players looking into the audience and getting signals. Anyways, this Muta harass has done next to nothing. There is no third base going up for the Zerg player. Officially, I can say the Zerg player is behind. +1 upgrade is also up for the Terran player.